1017 FM, 710 Keel. Robert and Aaron in the morning. Robert's on vacation. My buddy Dan Keel is in studio with us.
Good morning.
Got Sheriff Steve Prator on the line, who is not only the sheriff of Caddo Parish, but he's also in charge of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing today?
We're doing all right today. Can you kind of give us, I know you've been getting briefings on a kind of a regular basis. What are you anticipating in terms of what is coming our direction? That's what everybody wants to know today.
Right. When it's still so difficult, I'm told, for the Weather Service to forecast exactly what it's going to do. It's kind of like, I don't know, like an old cartoon Ricochet Rabbit or something. It's just bouncing around and it's nobody really knows exactly. But the best prediction, and their confidence is growing in this prediction, is that we'll still through, around Tuesday or Wednesday through the weekend, we'll get about 4 to 6 inches of rain, maybe a little bit more in some areas. And so that's not going to hit us till a little bit later in the week, but it looks like it's going to forecast to come up our direction. And so that's what's happening. Most of it, like I say, is getting in Lake Charles now and just circulating around, although there's no rescue operations in Lake Charles going on right now. And I don't know, about the only thing we're doing as far as preparation is the Jewella shelter is kind of standing up as far as, preparing should we need something. And then we're just 8 prisoners and a deputy to the Mansfield Road sandbagging plant for the city. And so we're preparing some sandbags should some folks want it.
Okay.
And
so you have them already doing that. They're already there.
Yes, they're there right now.
Okay. The question is, everybody's concerned too about how this system seemed to stall over the Houston area. We're anticipating when it starts moving up our way, it's going to keep moving. We're not anticipating a stall, are you?
No, not according to the Weather Service. And like I say, right now the problem is that there's no upper level winds that are giving it any kind of direction to go. So it's just kind of hovering around, and by the time it gets up to us, it'll keep on going through the northeast. But right now, their projection is that if it did keep a center to it, or the middle of the mass, we'll go straight through Shreveport. Is the maps that I'm seeing. So, like I say, we will get some rain out of it if it holds together, as everybody thinks. But 4 to 6 inches, we can deal with that. It all depends on how quickly it falls, and so we'll be ready for whatever happens.
I see a lot of signs already for the high water locations, and we always remind people about driving off into that.
Right. It's you have to constantly remind some folks. They'll play stupid on you if you're not careful. So you got to put these signs up. But folks ought to know that if you're not out of this area, there's really no excuse for driving up into high water. Just don't do it. Don't cause us to have to come out there and fool with you when we got other things we need to be doing.
Does your Marine Patrol, is it on standby for any kind of deployment outside this area?
Yes, it is, and we've got an emergency trailer that we can send, and it'll house 9 people, because that's something like in Houston. That's the problem that's run into. You can get plenty of help there, but after they work for 20 hours, they need to get some rest, and they need to be able to shower. And so that's why we have a mobile deployment trailer that we can send, and like I say, it'll house 9 people. That's the advantage of what we have. There's no sheriff, according to the Louisiana Task Force, that are doing anything over in the Houston area except the Red River Sheriff's Office. There was some kind of a connection that they had with somebody with Houston. And anyway, they sent a contingency over there, and I think they're helping there. Some nonprofits have gone to Houston. I don't think there's many fire responses there yet. But like I say, everyone is on standby and anxious to go if needed, but don't want to get in the way.
Let me ask you, there also is a concern about tornadoes this storm could spawn. Is that on your list of things to keep an eye on?
Oh, certainly. In fact, there was just a few minutes ago, there was one reported in Iota, I believe it is, down near Lake Charles, or Crowley. And so, yes, that edge as it spins is that's something that you gotta really be paying attention to, and the residents ought to know is to just keep that in mind if you're going somewhere. Just keep your radio on, or some kind of way that you can be alerted should there be a tornado, so you can seek shelter.
Sheriff Prator, our residents in our area are not immune to floods. That we've done this, we've seen this drill before. What is your primary message to them today?
Well, I wouldn't be overly concerned with this, but I would be aware. I wouldn't necessarily, unless you're prone to flooding, I wouldn't be putting out sandbags personally. But who am I to say? I've been 30 inches of water 2 years ago, so kind of listen to me and kind of don't. I guess you might say on the sandbagging deal.
But the sandbags will be made available, I guess, starting today, huh?
Right. Well, they were available on Friday. We gave out about 1,200, and like I said, we're our prisoners are we got to God love them. They're at CCC volunteering right now to go. So
right.
They're over there. They're out there filling up sandbags so that people can pick them up in Caddo Parish. They can pick them up on Monty Street in the parish for the parish residents, or in the city residents. You can pick them up on Mansfield Road around McWillie and in that area. Caddo
Sheriff Steve Prator, thank you so much for all you do. We'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. It's 7:19, and here is Ruben.